All right, my friends, how are y'all? Okay. I need to deliver on a promise that I made you. I made you a promise that I will be doing videos talking about high value men. I'm going to talk about not only high value, I'm going to also talk to the men, something the ladies, you guys were really pretty pissed that it seems as if uh, men were not being included. But you have to realize men take information in differently, and we kind of like it directly from each other. Uh, Women are more apt to call in. You're more subject to communicate and to dialogue with a content provider, and that's really the reason. I can't speak for anybody else's reasons, but that would be my reason for talking mainly to the ladies. Plus, let's just face it, you're the one that's trying to get married. Or you're the one, okay, let's scratch that. Some of you ain't gonna like that. You're the one trying to be chosen. Now, we know for sure you have to be chosen, and the men do the picking. Okay? So since men are doing the picking and you have to be chosen, then you're the one that needs to be talked to the most or addressed. But I promised to do a video on how to get a high value man. Now, I'm going to use a scripture. I don't want you to get turned off by this. I don't care if you do, but I don't want you to, because I don't want you to think that just because I'm using scripture, that the whole basis is on scripture. That might be the bottom line, but it actually makes the point. It said, he, meaning a man, that findeth the wife, findeth the good thing, and obtaineth favor from God. Okay, so what's going to happen? First of all, he findeth the wife, meaning she, findeth what? A good thing. So when you got to find something, first of all, we know it's rare. It's hard to find, not easy to find. So that also means there ain't a lot of wives out here. There's a lot of women out here, but not a lot of wives. Okay, I think the biggest shortage in all of America today is black wives. Probably going to get knocked for that. I didn't say black women, black wives, marriable, compatible suitors for eligible, available men to settle in with and be comfortable that he can have total trust in her, that she'll do him good and not harm all the days of his life. That's all a man can ask for. Proverbs 31 says she'll do him good and not harm all the days of his life. Okay? So those ain't easy to find, but that means if you have to be found, then that means you got to be in the marketplace. Okay? Can't be sitting up on your couch watching Netflix and Hulu and Bravo and going out with, 14 of your girls every time you show up somewhere. They're your competition. That's why older women are not teaching you girls 17 to 29, 17 to 30. Most of you are clueless. And you're clueless because your mama and them that already done messed up their lives. And I won't even use the word messed up. I don't want to make nobody mad. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to make some people mad. If I'm telling the truth, but I don't want to purposely offend you. Let's just put it like that. But the women that are older than you that should be teaching you and putting you up on game, they're your competition. They flowered their bodies. Some of them have taken care of their bodies, or their bodies at least are desirable. It don't mean marriable, desirable. They got the kind of bodies they think men want and this and that. And that. They're not telling you and teaching you nothing, including cooking, including just general things that a man requires. First of all, if a man feels, because we perceive two ways. We feel and we touch and we see. Well, three ways. Some things you can feel it in the spirit realm when a woman is respectful, and that's what a man needs. Number one is your respect. But I'm going to get I won't be too long. This is going to be a short video. But on how to get one. First of all, you have to be in their way. Second of all, you got to be looking good. Or I'm say something comical. You need to be looking like a bacon and egg sandwich. I mean, you need to be looking absolutely drop dead smashing every time. And if you can, okay? I know you can, but I'm just saying that if you can, please, let me get me a drink before I say this. If you can, be looking fit, be looking feminine, be looking fly. And I ain't talking about raptor claw fingernails. I'm not talking about hair that we know is not yours. I'm not talking about 2 pounds of makeup here and there. I'm talking about fit, physically fit, top to bottom. You just look great. Men can't resist that. Men can't help but look at that. Even if they can't have it, they're going to look. That's why married women that stay married, they get off this soapbox about it. You looked at her and, hey, look, the woman's beautiful. God made her and we're visual. It looked. I mean, I'm going to pursue her or chase her, and I ain't even going to do it blatantly in your face. You really got to be totally focused on me to even know I look, because a man can take a look in 1.5 seconds and he's got the full visual on what it was. That's how we catch. It don't take long. If you are bad mama jamma, you are bad mama jamma instantly, and a man knows it. I don't care what you got on or how you're trying to cover it up or whatever. Most men can figure it out. Sometimes they be wrong, but that don't matter. So how do the ladies get a high-value man? First of all, you got to be in their way. Look at your counterparts. Look at Heather. Look at Guadalupe. Look at those that get those men of their particular race are in their face. They're in the way. They're at the basketball games. They're cheerleading. They're looking slim and fit and flipping. And them basketball players is running up and down that court, but they see those women on the edge of that court on both sides, from either school or from the local community of, I don't like this word, but I'm going to use it, chicks that was just banging and made the cheerleading squad for the Chiefs, or made the cheerleading squad for the Atlanta Falcons, made the cheerleading squad for, the Cowgirls. Duh. They scooped them with. Sometimes they do use them. It just depends on how you carry yourself as to how long a man can use you, He can only use you 10, 30, 14 days. Don't go have no children by him, but he can only use you as long as, okay, once you figure it out, know that what you know is what you know. Okay, this guy is just having fun with me, and he's not marriage-minded. If you're marriage-minded, you need to be like that off the clip. You need to find out if he is. Say, hey, what are you looking for? What exactly are you looking for? Well, am I what you're looking for? Do I fit in the... Ask him directly and bluntly. Do I fit in the category? Even if he lies, that's fine. Now you're going to hold him to the lie. Say, okay, if I fit, let's go look at some rings next Saturday. Yes, you're pushing the issue a little bit. Yes, you are. You already done caught him now. That's the point. You already done caught him at this point. So if you already done caught the man, you already on his mind. And he may have one thing on his mind. That's fine. That hooks me in too. We say that in church. I don't care if the choir gets you in church. I just need to have a good word once you get there. I don't care if you go, I love the singing at that church. Maybe you do love the singing. Eventually you're going to love the preaching. The preaching is a part of the singing, and the tithe giving and the offering and everything else goes with it. I got to get you through the door. I can't catch a fish before I catch him. I can't clean a fish, before I catch him. The whole point is catch him. You got to be in his way. Stop leaving the college basketball game and the pro basketball game as soon as the horn sounds and it's over with. Stay. Talk to the radio broadcasters. Some of y'all ain't gonna like this word, but I mean, we used it. My mother used to use it. It was it wasn't negative, but it was, sashay around there, looking good. You don't have to worry about it. Men are going to spot you. They're going to spot you. I don't care if they're Stephen A. I don't care who they are. If you are looking drop dead gorgeous, men are going to pursue you. They ain't going to pursue you off your couch, gaining weight every day and all that. No, you got to get off the couch. You got to be out and about, findable, because he's trying to find a wife. Sometimes men get hooked in ain't space. You think fish want to get caught? No, we throw the worm bait inside of the ocean or inside the river or inside the edge of the lake, the stream. They're hungry. They bite. They get caught. Didn't you used to hear your parents and the old school women say, girl, you got to catch? The man is the catch. It's less of us than you. He's the catch. And he may not have it all. Ladies, some of y'all need to exercise meekness. Meekness does not mean weakness. Meekness means strength under control. All the time what you want, and say it. Say it at Cracker Barrel while y'all just sitting there eating. Say it at Ruth Chris. I'm really, really not wanting to stay on this market. I ain't getting no younger. I know I'm hot and bad right now. Bring up that you hot and bad. He know it. He gonna say, yeah, you are, and that's gonna lead him to flirting, and that's what you want anyway. You want to be courted. Let him court you. But he's courting you in your mind for the purpose of marriage, and you need to verbalize that. Don't not verbalize it and think, because if he can just play and not stay, it's 1,000 more of you that would be playable with her. I know that ain't words, but play withable. I mean, both of them are country. I just used it. But the whole point is, sure, men like to play. Absolutely. Y'all do too, but y'all like to play with our money. That's why you want a man to have some money. If he ain't got a whole lot of money, that's fine. Meekness under, strength under control, which is meekness. First of all, you have to put out there, it's like the stock market. I had a guy telling me one time, Taylor, man, I won't give his name, but he was bragging. We was at a basketball tournament, and he was popping off about all the money he had. And I knew he had a whole bunch of money. I'm wrong. He had some money that was all unrealized profits. I'd been over to his house a couple times, and your house, sir, is not worth a penny over $140,000 at max. And it's in a nice county. You might be able to pull off 210 if somebody's desperate, but you don't have it. Your house is only worth what somebody's willing to pay you for it. That's two. And then he had 500 shares of stock, I think, in AMD. I said, man, that ain't nothing but 50 cents per penny. Each penny, each stock that you have. So this is like if I had 1,000, so every time it goes up a penny, you're going to make $5. Okay? The stocks only move maybe $1.17 a day, The higher stocks move more than that, but can you afford a $120 stock? Do you got $217,000 or $250,000 to buy 2,000 shares? No, if you only got 500 shares, you don't have anything until you cash it out. It's called unrealized profit. So, ladies, that's really what you are to a lot of men. You have to let him realize your profit, your value. And how does he realize it? It's for you pronouncing it, for you, from you being busy. When he called, I'm at the movie, I'm watching Denzel's new third movie. Yeah, I'm cooking dinner right now. Hey, can I call you back in 7 minutes? Just put him on hold 7 minutes. Icing. He's going to pursue harder if you ice him right. And if you all of that. Now, if you know you are average and you keep running into average guys, ma'am, take one of those $42,000 to $50,000 guys off the market immediately. I'm begging you before you end up pregnant by him. And if you're already pregnant by somebody else and one wants you, ma'am, lower your standards and take him off the market immediately. Because, ma'am, you might not get no second chance. Third and fourth chances are for drop dead, gorgeous, beautiful women. Not for average 5s and 6s. I know y'all hate that. Listen, we're going to rate you whether you want us to or not. You rate us. You rate us by our thing size. You rate us by our money. You rate us by the car we driving. You rate us, by our body. You rate us by our height. Y'all been doing it for years, ladies. We understand. Some men are so cocky and care less. I know I'm short. I know I'm this and that and the other, but I can get you. I can get you. Even if you're saying no right now, a man keep pursuing you. A lot of times, it may take him 2 years. Say, yeah, I ain't got you yet. Yet's always in his mind. That's why ladies that tell me they friends with guys, no, you ain't no friends with him. He just ain't done nothing to you yet. Yet's always in a man's mind. Every once in a while you catch one. He probably gay or something, but every once in a while, no, she ain't no buddy with no friend. Or you already done been with her, when y'all was younger, 16 to 19. It ain't no big deal. You already been there. You know what it's like. You've experienced her. Men love those experiences. Experiencing a woman is an incredible thing to a man, I won't get too detailed, but you know how she acts in intimacy. That's why men pursue to get you in the intimacy. You a screamer, or you quiet, or you try to tough it out. I mean, whatever. All that stuff turns men on. Let me get out of that. I'm going a little too far, but not really. This is adult talk. Bottom line, I'm saying to you, yeah, you can get, and listen, if you're totally eligible, you can even get a high value man. You're going to have to be, some of you going to have to pay. Taylor, what do you mean by pay? I'll tell you what I mean. You're going to have to buy the ticket to get to the dance, to where that kind of money is floating around. I don't care. Now Kevin used to be, and Kevin was right, but then again, he wasn't wrong, period. I don't want to go there. Rest in peace, Kev. He wasn't wrong, but he took some men out of the equation that you girls or you ladies have in the equation. You got athletes and actors and singers, and some of you can get them. You got some of them, in mind. But you got to be in their presence, and it probably costs $125 for the ticket for you to be at the banquet, for you to volunteer at the thing. You got to look up their schedule almost like a stalker would. If you're trying to be in the presence of several, CEOs, go to those company meetings, volunteer, call IBM, call Silicon Valley, and ask them people, hey, you need volunteer for your next, showing that you're doing, for the next convention that you're having. Sure, I'd love to have you. You live in the area? If you don't live in the area, you live in the area. Sure, I can get there, and sure. So what? I don't care if you flew in from New Mexico to go to Silicon Valley to meet a high-value man, to just put yourself in his presence. Do you realize your life can change like that? And the beauty about a man is, we don't care if you own fries at McDonald's. Y'all care if we own fries at McDonald's. Y'all care if we mopping the back room at Taco Bell. You don't want that. You want him, I don't want him to have more ambition because you want more money out of him, or you want more prestige. That's what it really is. It's both money and prestige. But the bottom line is, you don't really want them men. That's why, average men are being pissed on, for lack of a better term. Bottom line is, man, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to be in the way with those kind of guys. And you need to be looking the part. Looking the part. Looking, even if you ain't all together there, you can internet anything. You can Google how you should carry yourself, here comes some big CEO who want to date you, how you should dress, little black dress with not no gaudy purse, small purse, vulnerability. Can you pick me up at the hotel? Can you arrange for my transportation? Woman in distress, you ain't in it. You could get there in that Toyota you got, but you ain't gonna tell him that. Hey, I'll be at the so-and-so. Can you arrange for my booking and for my transportation? He's gonna say, yeah. He's trying to impress you, especially if he wants what he wants. You know what the world wants. I mean, I just, it is what it is. I ain't telling you to give it to him. I ain't telling you not to. I'm not even getting into that. I'm telling you how to catch a man of value. And men that make $50,000 a year are valuable. It's a whole lot that they bring to the table. It's not all cash. And he might have ambition that you can bring out of him, but don't be pressing it. He might be satisfied with his job at the city. He's a plumber, and that's what he do. He's a barber. He makes 65, 63, 48, $42,000 a year. He's doing well. He's been taking care of himself before he met you. So he don't need you coming to press him and putting all this stuff. So how do you catch them? You have to be in their way almost weekly. Can't do nothing daily. But all that money you're spending on hair and extensions and all that stuff, stop spending it on that and spend it on being in these arenas where these kind of men are. They're around every day at Marriott's and Hilton's, and you could just be walking in the hallway of a Hilton or a Marriott or, you ain't even got to be in the meeting and get spotted. You purposely are walking those corridors just to be in the vicinity of that kind of money and that kind of, security. And your white counterparts were taught that as little girls. They don't marry for love. They marry for security. The love part comes. Marry for security. You can fall in love with just about anybody. Now, if you was in high school, you married your high school sweetheart and it was a love thing, or you met him at a concert and, it was Slick Rick, and you just was blown off your feet and he pulled you out of it. That stuff was Cinderella stories. That stuff don't happen often at all. Little to almost zero. Bottom line, it can happen. Likelihood of it happening is you have a better chance of winning the lottery. But if you're putting yourself in the vicinity of men with money, the likelihood of you catching one is great. Even if you have children, it's the way you bring it to him. Let him bring it up. Let him bring up everything. Everything he want to know, he's going to bring it up. Don't talk about no body counts you got out there. We don't want to hear that. You've slept with 13 men in your lifetime and you're 23. Keep it to yourself forever. We don't want to know about it. We don't really care. We care, but we care so we know, okay, I'm going to be 14 and get rid of you. But we don't care because we want to keep you around. Now, if you're so bad that it don't matter, that's another story. But everybody ain't, and most people aren't. Most folks is average. Most people are average. Most, male and female. Everybody's a 6, 7. I use 7. 7s get taken off the market quicker than 10s because even guys that are not attractive hunt them down because he knows she looks way better than him and she might be a little easier to get. So, Kevin didn't let y'all use 7. I let you use 7. 7 all you want to. I'm a 7. Okay? Well, if you really was a 7, you'd be off the market quicker than an 8, 9, 10 because everybody ain't going to approach no 8, 9, 10. They can't even get, Travis Kelce couldn't even get backstage with Taylor Swift here about 2 weeks ago. He's Travis Kelce, and all y'all think he's black and white women. I hear it all the time. Travis Kelce. Well, Travis Kelce's a very nice-looking white guy. And he appears to have a lot of swag and this and that and other. But he didn't have Taylor Swift type swag. He couldn't even get that off. And he's Travis Kelce. You know, that's the point. I'll come back and get a little bit deeper with it. I'm going to start taking phone calls here at the end of the week. All right. So, hey, I'm going to keep talking to y'all.